everyone, it's Teamrocketdraws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial, and for this video we're gonna be drawing Ralts. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, let's get started. I'm also gonna put up a reference right now on screen. That's way it's easier for you guys to draw and you guys could get all your details. So first of all, we're gonna start by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys could do your final drawing. So we're gonna start out by doing a line right here, which is gonna basically be like the head, and then we're gonna do, like, I guess half a circle, although it's not circular, guys. His head, well, it is kind of like a circle, but it's like the sides are a little bit straight and then they curve. Like, it's not, they don't curve right at the line, you know, it goes up a little bit and then it starts curving. So I do end up changing this, not much, but I do just make it a little bit more straight on the sides once I do my final drawing. But like, I don't do much changes, but that's something that you guys might want to start doing. So here I'm just working on the shape, you know, try to make it even on both sides, that way it doesn't look off, you know, because if you do one side like more than the other, then it's just gonna look weird. So just try your best, guys. Like, it's and then right here I'm using a spare piece of paper, so I just marked the top and the bottom, so just the length, the height, and then show you guys the length, and then we're gonna do a line a little bit lower than that line, you know. It's basically the length of that shape, and then just a little bit more. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. Like, yeah. So we're gonna do just a line down there. That's just gonna help us know how low to go. So then we're just gonna finish off by doing these lines on the side, and then one right in the middle. So as you guys can see, it kind of looks like a bullet, the shape of a bullet. So we're just gonna use these lines to help us do Ralts. So I recommend you guys doing so. Both sides should be even, guys. So if it's not even, make any changes so that it looks a little bit more even, you know. So now that we have this, we're gonna start by doing the bottom right here. So just curve the bottom, you know, a little bit. Yeah, and then we're gonna start by doing I guess like the face, but I guess I changed right here to do this line where it splits the head on top. So I'm just showing you guys half of that shape, you know. So it should be a little bit more to the right than half of that shape, or square, I guess, if you guys know what I mean. So we just do this line right here, and if you guys look at the reference, it's just where the head splits in half. Alright, so now that we have that line, we're gonna do the face, or like the bottom of the head. And once again, on this side, look for the half, and then it should be around here. Start this one around half of the other shape on the other side. And if you guys notice, the right side is bigger, the shape is bigger than the one on the right. I mean, the left is bigger than the one on the right. Guys, I don't even know what I'm saying, but hopefully you guys know what I mean. So this is what I'm pointing out right here. You see, this one on the right is way smaller than the one on the left. So that's something that you guys might want to pay attention to while you guys are doing your drawing, you know. So now that we have that, let's start by doing the body. So starting at the middle of that shape, middle of that line, we're just gonna go down a little bit, and then we're gonna curve it to the corner. And now that we have that, now we're gonna start doing this side. And this side actually takes me a couple tries to do this one, because it's not that curved, I mean that straight as the other one. If the other one, it's like, if you guys look at the reference, it's like straight. I don't make it straight on mine. Like I said, it's still a sketch, but right here it takes me a couple tries just to work this line on the left side, because I'm trying to like get the rough shape of it, you know. You guys could go ahead and try to do the actual shape, you know, but right here just do this line, and this one doesn't go all the way to that corner like the one on the right does. Alright, so basically we have our basic shape of Ralts. Now we just need to add all the details and do the bottom, also the top of the head, and he's fairly easy, guys. This one was actually requested on my last video, so I decided to do it. So now that we have that, we're gonna start by doing the tail right here, right at the bottom. And you guys can look at the reference just to get an idea of how it looks, but basically It's fairly easy, you know. It has like a little spike right here, a bigger one over here. It goes to the bottom right there, kind of makes like an M right there, capital M. And then it just has a smaller spike right there at the bottom that connects at the same level as where we did it before. There we go. So like I said, guys, we're gonna start out by doing the sketch, and then we'll do the final drawing. You guys could do it on your own, you know, just to make it a lot easier. So now we're gonna start by doing this side, and actually don't put it on the right area. Like if you guys look at the reference, the line curves more. It should curve more to the right, you know. I don't make mine that curve, so I do that on my final drawing. So I recommend you guys doing that part a little bit more to the right, like curved more than I have it there. And then the other line on the other side basically lines up with the face, you know, with the white part of the face. So you guys could go ahead and do that. So now around here, we're gonna start by doing that thing that he has on the forehead. I honestly don't know what that is, guys. If you guys do know, let me know in the comment section. I don't know much about Ralts, but now we're gonna start doing this one right here, and it kind of makes like how should I say, like a scale shape. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Like there we go. And it doesn't go that high if you guys look at it, you know. Compare it how high it goes above the head, you know, the point, and it doesn't go that high. So that's one of those things that you guys could pay attention to. Now we're gonna do another one on this side, a smaller one, but it's basically the same shape. And there we go. And if you guys notice, the big spike, I'm gonna call them spikes, the big spike, I actually started it too high, like right in the middle, and it should be a little bit more to the left. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but once I do my final drawing, I'll point it out. So now we could do the mouth right there, guys. It's just really small. I actually make it too much to the right, and I make it too big. I do change that later on, but we're gonna start by doing one of the hands, which is kind of like a seed shape almost, and it goes about, doesn't go that low, like it's pretty small, guys. His arms, this one's a little bit longer, but just try to make these the same thickness, you know. And then the right one, the one that's like down, this one that we're doing, should be a little bit longer than the one on the left, the one that he's touching his face with. There we go. But just try to make them the same thickness, you know. And now that we have that, we're just gonna do right here where the legs split. There we go. Just do a line, and as you guys notice, it goes a little bit lower than where we did the line before, going across at the bottom. It just goes a little bit lower than that. So you guys could just extend that line a little bit, and then just finish off by doing the legs right here. It's fairly easy, guys. Like if you guys do your sketch like accurate, then once you do your final drawing, it's just gonna come out a lot better, you know, once you finalize your drawings. Because when you're doing a sketch, you're drawing them right, but it's still like kind of like messy. The lines are messy. So once you do your final drawing, you go back and you're actually doing the drawing, you know. The sketch is just there to help you. So the final drawing, this is the time where it's you spend more time. You actually look at the reference. That's why I put it up there. You look at the reference and you make any changes to your sketch just to make it look like the actual reference, you know what I mean. And that's what I do when I do my final drawing. I pay attention to the actual shape of the things, the length, how thick the lines are, how long they are, and it just makes the drawing a little bit better in the end than if you just go ahead and just try to draw them without doing the sketch first. So right here I'm just fixing it, guys. I'm going over the drawing. I erased all those reference lines. We don't need them no more. And right here I'm just working on the sketch, you know. I'm looking at the reference, and I'm looking for any things that I could change. And one of those things was the spike, the big one that he has on the forehead. That's like one that I wasn't too happy with the shape. And right here I'm just going over the lines, you know, comparing it to the reference. Like for example, this line, this hand goes pretty low down the body, and then where the leg splits, it doesn't go as high as the other arm. And those are the things that I pay attention to. So once I do my final outline, as you guys can see on screen right now, what I do is that I erase the whole drawing. Like, I completely erase it, and then I basically start all over, but this time I'm doing the lines good, you know, and I'm looking at the reference. You guys can still see some of those lines that are erased. I didn't make that many changes, guys. If you guys look at the reference, I mean on my drawing, you guys can see any things that I changed, and it's still the same sketch, but it's just better lines, a lot cleaner. And that's it. Like, one of those things that I told you that I worked on was the shape of the head, you know. It's not circular, it's kind of the sides are a little bit straight and then they start curving. What else did I fix? So I fixed the left arm a little bit. Not much, you know, it's not much. You guys could tell what I changed. It's still the same sketch, you know, it's just a little bit better. What else did I change, guys? I'm looking at it right now. I don't think I made that many changes. I think the only thing else that I changed was the mouth. I made it a little bit smaller and I moved it a little bit more to the left. If you guys pay close attention, you guys might be able to see where it was before. Like, it's not a big thing, but it's, you know, I did change that. And then I also changed, oh yeah, in between the spikes, if you guys see it at the top, there's like a little it makes like a little triangle. I don't think you can see it that much on the reference, but it's there. Like on the sketch, I didn't do that, but it should be there. Like, once you do your final drawing, just try to do that, you know. And I think it came out good. Like, it's not exactly like the reference, but we're pretty close. I think I made my face bigger than the reference. I think I could have made it a little bit smaller, you know. I went low too much, but it's just small things that I'm looking at, you know what I mean. It's not like big changes. So I did end up coloring it, as you guys can see on screen right here. I used Prisma Premier color markers. You guys can see the markers right there, and now that I'm looking at it colored, like I'm seeing a lot of different things that I did on my drawing that I see on the reference. But that's just because I have them next to each other, guys. You know what I mean? You guys have them next to you guys too on screen. You know, you guys can compare every little thing. But if you guys don't have a reference next to it, like, you wouldn't really notice any different things, you know. But having the reference right there in my drawing, you know, you're gonna start telling small things that don't match up. For example, the face. I noticed that the left side of my face on the drawing is kind of straight. I should have curved it a little bit more, but that's small things, guys. It's not gonna be perfect, you know. So if your drawing doesn't come out perfect, then it doesn't really matter, you know, as long as you have fun drawing it and just trying your best, you know, making sure that you give it that extra time just to make all the details right, you know. As long as you're happy with it, then it's all good. And yeah, I used Prisma Premier color markers. I used those markers that you see on the picture. I used the light green, and then just like, I guess, a regular green for the darker areas, and then I just try to blend those together. And it's really hard with markers, so you just got to be really fast, because if the marker dries, then if you try to blend it with another one, it's not gonna work, you know. It's just gonna make it look really weird. The line's gonna be too strong. You guys can see it right there, you know, in between the light green and the darker green, there's like a line almost, and that's because I waited too much, you know. You just gotta be really fast. And then I didn't have the pinks for the spikes on the forehead, so I used that dark pink purple color that you guys see next to the pencil, and then I used the regular pink just for the just to lighten up the areas, you know. And it's not the right colors. On the drawing it kind of looks red, but like I said, I didn't have the right markers, so I used what I had, and even though it still looks alright, you know, it's not like big change. And then for the rest, I just used like a really light gray, 2 light grays that I had. I used the lightest ones, and it's the same thing, Prisma Premier color markers. You guys can use color pencils, you know, or whatever you guys have. Crayons, I think you could blend those too. So whatever you guys have, go for it, you know, and just try to blend your colors. That way they look a little bit better, you know. It's just a little bit more detail to the drawing. And then I did end up outlining it in Sharpie, although you can't even tell because of the what did I use, the flash on the camera on my phone. I took a picture and I used the flash. You guys can see on the markers right there, so it just, I guess, lighting up the drawing a lot, you know. It's a little bit darker and like on my drawing, you know, like right here you can't even tell that it's Sharpie. Like I said, I did outline in Sharpie, a fine tip Sharpie, but it still came out right, guys. I like the shading. I think it came out alright, you know. Like I said, I used 2 different grays. I think the lightest one is on the legs, where the legs split. You guys are gonna see it. And then the darkest one is right there on the chin, on the chest area, and on the back of them, you know, like on the bottom, the back of his leg. That's the darkest one. And that's it, guys. That's all the colors that I use. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you guys did, please leave a like, you know. And if you guys did try to draw Ralts, you know, end up trying it, let me know in the comment section. I honestly want to know who actually like does like follows my tutorial, you know. It just gives me like an idea. So if you guys are did end up drawing it, let me know in the comment section. And remember that you guys could always share your drawings with me by sending them, taking a picture of it, and then sending it to me on the links that I have on the description for my email, Twitter, and Facebook. And then I'll be happy to share it, or I mean, yeah, I guess share it. But basically what I was trying to say is feature it on my next video, like the ones you saw on this one. I'll be happy to do it, you know. That way a lot of people can see your drawing, and you could have your drawing up there, you know. I don't know, it's just like a way for me to give something back to you guys, where you guys could be a part of my videos, you know what I mean. And also, I just want to see your drawings. I want to see how helpful my tutorials are. So let me know in the comment section. Give me any feedback. Let me know how I did. If there's anything I could do better, maybe I could go slower, maybe I need to go faster. Although I think right now they're alright. I know my tutorials are a little bit longer than the other people that do Pokemon tutorials on YouTube, but when I say step by step, I mean step by step, guys. You know, I want to, like, we're gonna draw it together. So hopefully my tutorials are helpful, and like I said, if they are, let me know in the comment section and leave a like. And yeah, subscribe for more videos. I have over 100 Pokemon drawing tutorials and more to come, so if you want to subscribe, go ahead. And yeah, I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next video. Team Rocket Draws out.